first stop.
But how happy were you with the performance under the goal?
Good evening, a lot. So happy, we played good. In the first half it was so not easy to find the right spaces for our players, but we create enough chances to score a goal, especially one from David and another one from Sergio. But the second half, with the set pieces, we were able to score a goal, and after, of course, they have to push up and they have to press a little bit more, and after we can find some players between the lines, and of course and run the counter-attack where Leroy and Raj and Kevin and Kun, they are so strong, and we could kill the game. So I'm so happy because, of course, until the last game in Watford, the qualification for the Champions League will be so tough. 2 teams is already done. There are 4 teams, top teams, strong teams for 2 positions. And of course now we play the final today. Next Thursday, not this week, in 10 days, 15 days, we're going to play the real final against United. So that's why it was so important to win, for our confidence, for our semi-final, the FA Cup, and for the performance for all the players. So I'm so glad and so happy for that.
What were your thoughts on Vincent Kompany's performance? I think it was his first goal in sort of almost 2 years, and after a lot of injuries.
Yeah, I'm not going to discover the quality of that guy. So I think Manuel last season missed him a lot. We miss him a lot. So he's a guy with the quality. He wins duels 1 against 1, and with the ball has the quality to move quicker, to find in smaller spaces the pass. It helps us in the set pieces, defensive and offensive, because he's a real defender. So hopefully can be fit until the end of the season, because he's an important player for us.
There have been question marks, Pep, because of Vincent's fitness. But if he can stay fit, has he got still a long future at your Manchester City?
I think there's no doubt about that. So the problem is when one guy is 2 or 3 years injured, what can we do? So you have to know exactly. So but the problem that Vincent had in the past is no problem injured, but the last 2 years, 2 years and a half, had a lot of problems, and of course maybe it's the second or third or fourth game in the season, so it's not too much. And of course with all the players, like Gabriel Jesus, for example, and with Gundogan, so would have been stronger. So that you can give rest to Kevin, to David, but in general we're so happy he's coming back, and hopefully we can take care of him and be fit until the end of the season.
You said at the start that the first 2 places are gone. Obviously you don't think you can catch Chelsea, you don't think you can catch Spurs either.
But Tottenham is so a strong team today. We realize again, we saw again how good they are, so they are not going to drop points. Our problem is in that moment, I think we have more points than last season. Last season, in that moment, with 7 games still to play, so our performance away in that league was amazing. So we dropped not 2 points, but our problem was at home. We drop a lot of points. When we win the Premier League, look Chelsea, Tottenham, for example, how strong they are. They were at home all the season. Like for example, United in City. When at home we drop a lot of points, we are in the position. So when you want to win the Premier League, to be there until the end at home against Southampton, Middlesbrough, we drop a lot of points, and that penalized for the rest of the season.
So you say there's 2 places from 4 teams now, Champions League places. So you'll be supporting Chelsea tomorrow?
I'm going to see the game, to see United, because in 10 days we're going to play, and I'm going to see United how they play against Chelsea, if we can discover something. So it's not my business. So what we have to do is win our games. When we are able to win our games, we will be in the next Champions League next season. But it's so important for the club, and that is what they have to do.
Earlier this year, you said you felt that City were getting the wrong end of some refereeing decisions. What did you make of the first half penalty claim?
If I be honest, so it happened a lot of things for the referees in the season. It's huge, a lot of amount of penalties. But I want to be honest, I thought penalty, but Sané is a German guy, and German guys always, they are correct, and said it's not penalty. So it's not penalty, not penalty. I trust a lot of my players, more than other people.
Especially Germans.
I live there, and they are they don't use tricky. So there are people who the rules are the rules, and if Leroy say that, I believe him.
Pep, did you find the right balance today between David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne? They seem to really fit together.
Well, I think they played good. They played quite well all the season together. So Rice today didn't play, but maybe he's going to play the next game. So I think the balance, the team, except the set pieces or something, special moments in the game, the balance of the team give you how many passes in a row are you able to do. If you are able to do 10, 50, 20 passes in a row that happen in the first half, second half, when you lose the ball, we are there to make the transitions. And we missed some part of the season, we missed that. And now we were able to make a lot of passes, a lot of, and after that the situation came along. Of course, we are not a players with a lot of mentality to score a goals. That it was our problems. But we have another point, another quality. So we have Koen, but David is not the top scorer. Kevin is not the top scorer. They are intelligent players and amazing players. They help us to play in the way we want to play. But we need to create more and a lot of things to score chances. And I cannot forget, for example, the last game in the Stamford Bridge, for example, when we lose and we create more chances than them, but much more chances than them, and we lose. So it happened a lot of times in that season. And sometimes it's difficult. The most difficult thing is to keep balance, is to be strong when you are better and better and play better and create more, concede few, and you don't win. And day by day, that is tough. It happened a lot of times. How many times their opponents arrive 2 times, they score 2 goals. How many times we arrive 10, 15, and we are not able to score a goal. So today we opened the game for a set piece, not for an action to build up or for create something. So sometimes football is like this, and of course Vincent is so important for us because in offensive, Vincent is a guy who smells the ball in the set pieces, so it's so important.